United States war in Iran. There is a very fragile ceasefire right now. It's a rather complex situation as it is. It should be noted, the United States President Donald Trump stated there's a 15-point peace plan, and if it's not adhered to by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then the Iranians will be bombed back into the Stone Age. Specifically, he stated they would attack all the power stations and the road bridges. This is a breach of the Geneva Convention of Human Rights and is a war crime to do such activities. It should be noted, the Iranians responded by a 10-point peace plan, which stated peace plan must adhere to the US and Israel. They must also stop the Israelis attacking the Lebanese and also the Gazans and the Palestinians in general. And that the Strait of Hormuz, which has always been open from the beginning of the war, has a Larak toll, a $2 million toll, which is when you pass the Larak Island and you're inspected, making sure there's no men or war activities, including weapons, then can pass through. It'll be open to the West. The only people not available has been the West, the UK, US, EU, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Everyone else has been coming and going and paying the Larak tax. It should be noted, the President of the United States then waited, and 1 hour before the actual deadline of 8 p.m, what happened was hundreds of thousands of Iranians went, women, children, families, to the various power stations and road bridges. Around the power stations they stood arms locked and singing songs, having pageantry, and people playing music, people drinking tea, and similar things on road bridges. They stood in the middle of the road bridges singing songs, having pageantry, picnics with their families, with their children. This information was then passed back to the United States President through their intelligence department, and what they decided at the actual deadline time of 8 p.m. is not to bomb, and however to accept the peace plan from the Iranians. And so President Trump accepted via Pakistan third party all the activities on behalf of himself and Israel. And the Iranians responded via Pakistan, accepting that they'd accepted. And then 1 hour later, at 9 p.m, the Israelis went and bombed 2 aluminium plants. And unfortunately, the ceasefire was broken on the Israeli side. And then shortly after, the UEA and the rest of the Arab GCC countries then went and bombed the Iranians. It should be noted, the Iranians responded by ballistic missiles in 45 locations across the Arab world and Israel, hitting only oil and gas facilities, no other facilities. It's the largest response Iranians have ever made in their existence of their country. The observers on various different sides have stated it's somewhere between 400 and 450 missiles rained down onto these 45 locations. And so these countries, all the Arab countries and Israel, may go bankrupt. There is no other way of bringing themselves back up. They'll have to get funding from either the US or the IMF to build their countries back up. At this moment in time, how it stands, the Iranians have a ceasefire with the US only. That's right, with the US only. They do not have a ceasefire with any of the Arab GCC countries or with Israel. They are bombing each other. And they do not have a ceasefire with NATO, which is led by the UK aircraft carrier and nuclear submarine, including Italians, Spanish, French and Germans. However, they've not fired upon Iran. We need God more than ever before. I pray for peace. God bless you all. Like, subscribe and share. Now on Telegram.